COVID-19 antibody tests, the kind that tell if you've recently been infected, now will do more than that. Our Ryan Harrer shows us how those tests could also help researchers understand the virus they've only been studying for a few months now.
If a particular antibody shows up in your blood, chances are you recently fought off COVID-19. And if you get that antibody test at University of Colorado Hospital, you can now check a box consenting to research that could tell us all much more.
If we knew when a patient presented at the hospital, emergency department, who was most likely to develop severe disease, there might be things we could do now to mitigate that severity.
That's Dr. Kathleen Barnes, director of the Colorado Center for Personalized Medicine, the group analyzing those samples from UC Health. Barnes wants to see the DNA of as many people who had the virus as possible. It may not just be age, heart disease, or diabetes that makes someone susceptible to severe side effects. Genetic makeup may hold the key to a better understanding of who is at higher and lower risk.
We know there have been major differences in how this disease affects individuals based on their ancestry. And ancestry is very important to us in our program. It's something we focus on, not just to include diverse populations, but to get a better understanding of the health disparities associated with COVID.
As smart as Dr. Barnes is, she is not analyzing these samples alone in her socially distanced home office. A vast network of scientists and researchers from around the world contribute samples and analysis to the COVID-19 Host Genetics Initiative. We're talking millions of samples in a database that Barnes hopes Coloradans will contribute to, as their work could lead to improved COVID-19 treatment therapies and possibly contribute to vaccine development.
I've always been a believer that there's a very strong altruistic nature to patients who want to help others and be part of something bigger than themselves.
For Next, I'm Ryan Harrer.
We hear you asking the question, so here's the answer: no. UC Health says your personal information is not included once your sample heads to the biobank, and the hospital aims to get 100,000 patients enrolled in that biobank each year.